In this video, we're going to work through a magnetic field and magnetic force FRQ. Very long wire 1 carries current I in the positive x direction along the line y equals 0. Very long wire 2 carries current I in the positive x direction along the line y equals plus d. Point P is located along wire 1 at the origin, as shown in figure 1. The diameters of the wires are small compared to the distance between the wires. Both wires are in the XY plane. Part A states, complete the following tasks in figure 2 and 3. Use either arrows or the symbols shown in the box above the figures for your response. Indicate the direction of the magnetic field from wire 2 at point P in figure 2. So here is wire 2, here is point P. We're going to use the right-hand rule for magnetic field due to a current carrying wire. The thumb will be in the direction of the current. The fingers is the direction of the magnetic field. So if you take your right hand, you hold on to this wire, your thumb pointing to the right because that's the direction of the current. Your fingers will coil in the direction of the magnetic field. And you can see from this diagram here, above the wire, the magnetic field is coming out of the page, and below the wire, it's going into the page. So we're going to mark this box with an X. The second part of the question states, indicate the direction of the magnetic force that is exerted on wire 1 by wire 2 in figure 3. Now we're going to use a second right-hand rule, and this is the right-hand rule for magnetic force on a current carrying wire in a magnetic field. The thumb will be in the direction of the current, the fingers is in the direction of the magnetic field, and the palm will indicate the direction of the magnetic force. So here we have the wire. The thumb will be going towards the right because that's the direction of the current. The fingers will be going into the page because that's the direction of the magnetic field. And your palm will be pointing up. So that means the magnetic force is going on wire 1 by wire 2 is going to be in the upward direction. Part 2I. Very long wire 3 carrying current 2I in the positive x direction is placed in the xy plane along the line y equals y3. The net magnetic force exerted on the wire 1 by the currents in wire 2 and 3 is 0. Derive an expression for y3 in terms of d. Begin your derivation by writing a fundamental physics principle or an equation from the reference information. So we're going to start with these two equations. The top one is the equation for the magnetic force on a current carrying wire in a magnetic field. The bottom one is the equation for the magnetic field due to a long straight current carrying wire. If we combine these two, we get FB is equal to IL times mu naught I over 2 pi r. Now, in the question, they state that the net magnetic force is 0. So the force of wire 2 on 1 plus the force of wire 3 on 1 is equal to 0. Now, if we substitute the equation that we just derived here, this is what we get. And I'm going to move this part of the equation to the right. And I'm not going to worry too much about the positive or negative sign, because I'm really focused on the magnitude. And notice that there are absolute values around the y sub 3 here. And then as far as whether it's positive or negative, we'll solve that separately conceptually. So at this point, you can see that a lot of the variables will cancel out. So mu naught over 2 pi, those get canceled out. L gets canceled out. I squared gets canceled out. That leaves us with 1 over d is equal to 2 over y3. And y3 is equal to 2d. Now remember, we have this absolute value. So the question is this going to be positive 2d, which it would be above wire 1, or is it negative 2d, which it will be below wire 1? So the answer is it's going to be below wire 1 because we need the magnetic field in the opposite direction. If the wire was above wire 1, the magnetic field would be in the same direction and the forces would not cancel out. So the wire needs to be below wire 1 in order for the fields to be in opposite direction, for the forces to be able, the magnetic forces to cancel each other out. And so therefore y3 is equal to negative 2d. Part B. Wire 3 is moved very far away from wires 1 and 2. A circular conducting loop in the XY plane is initially held at rest below wire 1. The loop is then moved at a constant speed in the negative y direction as shown in figure 4. Indicate whether there is a clockwise induced current in the loop, a counterclockwise induced current in the loop, or no induced current in the loop. So here's our setup. We have a magnetic field below wire 1 that is into the page. And as you move further away from wire 1, the magnetic field gets weaker. And I'm trying to represent that with the amount of X's that you see so that you can see that the density of the X's decreases as you go down. So therefore, as the loop moves downward, it enters a region where the magnetic field into the page becomes weaker. So the magnetic flux decreases. By Lenz's law, the loop induces a current to oppose the decrease by creating more flux into the page. To do this, the current must flow clockwise. And so we're going to mark clockwise.